Okie dokie.
Hey kids, how about a little extra magic hours?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Extra Magic Hour podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova and Parkhopper John.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Harley's barking. That's the only downside about me recording from my house is my little boy likes to help out. My across the street neighbor is mowing his grass, and Harley is giving him a piece of his little puppy mind.
All right.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Extra Magic Hour. This is one of the shows we do just for you, our beloved Patreon, so that we can give you a little extra magic for a little bit of time here. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
A lot of news coming out of Disney.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to discern whether or not it's just, generic Disney news,
Yes.
or it's plotting and planning for or they're plotting and planning for the 50th.
I think it's partial plotting and planning for the 50th, and I also think it's a slow news week because of the Expo happening on Friday.
Yeah,
So
I cannot wait.
They're saving all the good stuff for later in the week. If
Yes.
it's going to be like radio silence, I think, until Friday. They're going to put out stupid stuff like where to find popcorn, in the park.
Right.
Hey, did you know
Where
that we
do
sell
you find-
popcorn?
Yes, and I love how they do the videos like, hey, did you know that Walt Disney World is known for its popcorn?
Yeah.
We serve over 10,000 pounds of popcorn a minute.
Right. I think,
do you
speaking of popcorn, everybody is losing their crap over those Haunted Mansion popcorn buckets.
Oh, the Donahue House is one of them.
They're on eBay anywhere between $150 and $175 for a $20 popcorn bucket.
For plastic.
Literally. But I
Plastic
think
pop-
these three connect. They're the hitchhiking ghosts, and I also think they have sound on the back because I saw the sound. There's like a switch and a little speaker. So
Really?
yeah, I think they play Grim and Ghosts.
Nice. Jealous.
Yeah. So
Well,
somebody sent me on a mission. I said, listen, if I get to the Magic Kingdom, fine, I'll go looking for it. But otherwise, no.
Yeah. It's going to cost you double.
Yeah.
If I got to put up with all that crap,
Yeah.
it's going to cost you
Yeah.
double.
If I got to put up a Magic Kingdom, somebody's got to pay.
Yep. Okay, so talking about the big updates for this week until D23 should be the
Yeah.
caveat.
Next
of this
Monday will
news
be
story.
very interesting shows.
Next Monday is going to be a lot. We should have on some extra people.
Yeah.
We should reach out to some other Disney friends. Maybe we can pick apart for
Yeah.
some stuff. Anyway, so the big updates for this week for Walt Disney World and beyond. At Walt Disney World this week, Disney's announced 2 new ticket types. They've created some new tickets. They've got some unplanned refurbishments that are interesting.
Yes.
We're going to dig into that a little bit. Plus, they've got some new character changes coming to the parks. We talked about this on Park Hoppers Live, and people were like, "What?"
Yeah.
Very excited about that. So, outside Walt Disney World, Universal announces all of the final new details for its Halloween Horror Nights event, including a new nighttime spooktacular show. I think they're feeling a little bit of the pinch from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I think Halloween Horror Nights is kind of weak this year, even though they've got Ghostbusters, even though they've got Stranger Things. It just feels very weak this year.
Yeah. I don't think they got a lot of the IP stuff that they normally like to throw out there. So.
No, I don't think so. All right, so let's talk about the new pass for Mickey's Very Merry.
Want me to go first?
Not so scary. Yeah, I'd love for you to.
Yeah. So this one is the new Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Pass. It's now available, and it's a limited thing. It's not like they're going to sell a bazillion of these. They're saying limited. Seemingly in response to the popularity of the Universal Orlando Resort's Frequent Fear Pass for Halloween Horror Nights, which offers entries to multiple event nights, now Disney has announced that for the first time in forever,
For the first time in forever.
They will be offering a party pass for this year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Guests with the special pass will have access to most of the party nights, excluding October 31st. So you cannot go on Halloween. Pricing is only $299 for ages 10 and above, and $284 for all the 3 to 9-year-olds. Supplies of the ticket are very limited, so guests looking to purchase one of these will have to do it either at guest services or at any ticket window. This special ticket cannot be purchased online. Guests who already have a ticket to Mickey's Not So Scary can upgrade their ticket to the party pass by calling 407-939-4295, and then you can pay the difference. So depending on what your pain point was, if you had an August ticket and you're in the 70s, you got a lot to pay. If you have a ticket closer to Halloween and you were paying, well, I think, what was it, $139, something like that, you'll have a little less pain to dole out. So the question I'll ask is, obviously we're not going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think you're going to do it. But
nope.
Would you consider one of these? And do you think they should do it for the Christmas party?
I absolutely think they should do it for the Christmas party. I might be inclined to do it at the Christmas party. But honestly, for us, and I hate to be, I don't mean to be rude to people who are single, but for single people, this makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. A family of four could be difficult.
A family of four would be a little bit of a financial crunch.
Yeah.
So I could see, maybe doing it if the Halloween party or if they do the Christmas party was the greatest thing since sliced bread for you, then yeah, I could see doing it. But for me in my house, I can't see us spending, of course now because we're buying a house, but even next year, $600 unless we had a dramatic windfall of salary. I can't see us dropping $600 for this,
right.
Because at the same time, my friends, don't forget, we also have to deal with Food and Wine Festival going on, and we also have to deal with magical dining going on.
Yeah.
And when a celebrity chef just says, "Hey, I'd like to come out to the East Coast," then we all drop what we're doing and go check out the celebrity chefs.
Yeah. And listen, if you need to have a boatload of candy in your house, and think of how much candy you can haul away from. This. You could haul away a serious amount of candy from this party. So,
right, absolutely.
I don't know. There are some new interesting elements to this year's Halloween party. The fireworks. I can't even call it fireworks anymore. The projection / fireworks. The fireworks is the secondary component now to these entertainment things that Disney's doing. They have added some things to the parade, which are interesting. We'll talk about those in the live show. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I like the party inside the party more than I think I like this.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
let's just imagine, if you will, that we spent the $600 so we could go anytime we wanted to.
Yeah.
Then the party inside the party actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because then we could say, okay, well, we've dropped the $600, and we can go anytime we want to. Then we could do the party.
Yeah. See, if the party was included in the party pass, then I'm sold. Then I get food, I get my reserved spot for the parade. Then you really have me going.
But Disney wouldn't let you do the party every time. Disney would probably say, okay, you buy the ticket, you can come to any party that you want, magical. Mickey's Not So Scary.
One-time shot.
One-time shot for the different parties.
Yeah.
Inside the party.
Yeah.
One dessert, one, dinner party thing.
Yeah.
That I would go for. They'd probably also add another $100 or $200 to the
Probably.
cost of the ticket.
Probably.
But even still,
Yeah.
For me, I can't even think about it.
Mhm.
Plus, by the time we're talking about this and people are hearing it, odds are
It's probably sold
that
out.
the probably sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next is a ticket that Disney came up with that I think is very, very interesting, especially for locals who work
Mm.
and feel like the silver ticket,
Or people that are coming
Silver.
down for business.
correct, is a little too much.
Mm.
So Disney debuts a midday magic ticket. So Disney World is launching a brand new midday magic ticket option for guests, which grants access to the parks after noon. Guests can purchase this ticket with several options, including multi-day and park hopper. So here's the basic price breakdown. If you want to start off and get a 2-day ticket, that costs $88. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Which is normally $176 plus tax.
Right.
So they're cutting the price in half.
Right.
If you want a 3-day ticket, that costs $84 a day plus tax. So I'm sorry, I misspoke. So that's $176 total plus tax.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-day ticket total is $252 plus tax, and the 4-day ticket is $316 plus tax.
Right.
So the basic tickets only includes one park per day. A park hopper option or park hopper plus can be added on for an additional fee. Disney Fast Pass Plus selections before noon will not be valid with the midday magic ticket, and guests who are staying on property cannot use this ticket to gain access to morning extra magic hours. My question is,
Yeah.
if these tickets have to be used consecutively?
I think so.
Well, that sucks.
I think they also have a very short expiration window, like 7 or 8 days or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Once you activate it and use it, it's got a very short. You got to use it.
Right.
It's got a
Gotta
very
use
short.
it. Yeah.
Use it or lose it. It's got a very short
Use it or lose
expiration window. Yeah. And listen, I think this can be used for locals, for people coming down on business, and even for families that are not wanting to go to the park from rope drop to park close. If you're a kind of family that wants to linger around the pool, have breakfast, hang out, do a little pool, and then head over to the park in the later afternoon, maybe when it's a little bit cooler, do a couple things, see the parade, see the show, whatever. This is perfect, And listen, the advice I tell most people is park hopping nowadays is a waste of time. By the time you get from one park to another, you've wasted an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 in some cases. If you're trying to get from Animal Kingdom to Magic Kingdom, that's a haul.
Yeah.
Just stay in one place. Just do
Yeah.
everything in that park that day.
Yeah. And for people like my mom who will come down and, I'll have to work, Sid will have to work.
Yeah.
And so we wouldn't be able to go to the park until
Right.
2, 3 in the afternoon. This would be a perfect thing. And so I think it's a good idea. I hope they keep it around for a while.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
I also think that they feel that, from what I've been reading, is attendance is down. And I think they finally hit everybody's, I can't go anymore. This is too expensive. Ticket price. So
Right.
I think those 2 elements have made them do this. Just my guess.
Yeah. Well,
I was not in the boardroom when Iger was discussing it.
well, this gets us on a little bit of a tangent, but that's why you guys like us. Disney is learning some serious lessons with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
And I think that the continual price gouging feels like, and then the whole way that they, the crowds are going to be enormous. We're going to have to manipulate this around to where, we don't want you to come. It was the message that a lot of people got.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, oh, well, if you don't want us to come, then okay, that's fine.
Right.
And diehard Star Wars fans, bro, all you have to do is just type in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on YouTube. I mean, diehard Star Wars fans are eviscerating it because there's not enough of the classic Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
If you take Chewbacca out, if you take the Millennium Falcon out,
Mm-hmm.
there's very little traditional Star Wars. There's
Mm-hmm.
none of the original characters and all that
Yeah.
stuff. 'Cause they don't want to pay Lucas for it.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah. We all know the
So
reason.
I think that Disney's paying a little bit of the price, and so
Yeah.
they're like, oh well, let's do this.
Right.
You know, if you don't, my mom, it doesn't make sense for my mom to buy a park hopper ticket
Yeah.
because we're not going to park hop with her.
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't make sense for her to pay a full day ticket. A full day ticket
Right.
because we're not going to be able to do a full day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. Then next up is the special annual pass holder character meet and greet coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So beginning on August 29th, Disney will have the following special character meet and greet around Disney's Animal Kingdom just for the annual pass holder. Let's finish this, and then I got some talking.
Oh yeah, I got some ideas.
Meet Baloo near the Creature Comforts from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then you can meet Jane and Tarzan near Island Mercantile in Discover Island from 10 to 4:30. These special character offerings will only be available for annual pass holders for a limited time, and through no end date has yet been set. We're guessing these characters will move on before the holiday season. I think this is, hey, pass holders, come over here, this park, nobody's over here, don't go to that Galaxy's Edge, come over here. Because
Look, guys,
what day is it
Pandora.
starting? What day is it starting? August 29th.
Here's my problem, and I don't mean to be so negative. Here's my problem with this. You want me to not go to Hollywood Studios on August 29th.
Yeah, don't.
You've graciously given me a pass holder
That's right.
character meet and greet.
Yeah.
That's great.
No,
Thank
we've
you.
given you a preview to Star Wars. Now, don't go that opening day. Get the hell out
Well,
of there.
no. They've not given me a preview.
Well, not you.
Correct. But they're giving all match pass holders a
Platinum.
character meet and greet to entice me
Yeah.
to not go over to Hollywood Studios on the day it opens.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. Give me characters I want to meet. No disrespect. I love Tarzan.
I like
love
Baloo.
Jane. I like Baloo.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
give me characters I want to meet.
Yeah. If this was a Joe Rohde meet, listen, nobody will be at Star Wars Galaxy Edge. I think people will line up to see Joe more than these characters.
Maybe.
You
But
know?
I mean, give me an Animal Kingdom meet and greet with Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fab Five.
Stitch, Fab Five, Fab Seven, however they're doing it nowadays.
Yep.
Or give me a meet and greet with these characters and throw in, for a limited time, we'll be doing meet and greets with an actual Na'vi warrior.
Yeah. There you
That
go.
changes things.
Mm.
That makes it way interesting.
And if you come to one of these character meet and greets, we'll throw in a fast pass for passage of flight.
Right, Flight of Passage. Yeah, that
See? Yeah.
give me something that makes it worth my while.
Then
No
I'd be like, all right, I haven't been on the ride, so yeah, I'll go.
yeah. No disrespect to Baloo, no disrespect to Tarzan and Jane or the people who are fans of that, but just I am not down with that, and I just thought it was like, oh, really?
And it's weird. They're doing all these things on the 29th to distract from the thing, but I'm thinking to myself, well, you did that in Disneyland, and look how that's turning out for you. Not so
Right.
well. Nobody's over there now, and now you're complaining. Now you're trying to get people to go there, and they're not going. So why are you trying to distract everybody again? Didn't you learn your lesson over there? I don't know.
No,
I don't get what they're thinking. I don't.
They started down the path,
I think
and they can't stop.
This is the thing. They're afraid. They're very, very afraid of what might really actually happen. Like maybe people will be camping out on opening day because we didn't have that whole reservation system. where out there they did. So, yeah, the gates of hell could open up on August 29th at the studios. We don't know.
But see, here's the thing. I don't really think Disney cares about that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if they did, look at then how things are done at D23 would be vastly different. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree.
Yeah.
But look at how the D23 community, the fan base of Disney, look how they treat those fans.
Yeah.
So I don't think they care if people are camping out.
Yeah.
I think what they're worried about is the people who are staying on property, who have the definite, passes,
Right.
and Disney doesn't want to create a problem for them.
Yeah.
They're the ones paying the money. All these people are probably locals.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to have that. So hey, look at this shiny thing over here.
Yeah.
And the problem is their alternative is not that shiny to me.
Yeah. No.
No. Do a meet and greet at the Magic Kingdom with all
that
the
park
characters.
has no shine for me at all.
Very little.
Very Epcot
little.
Magic Kingdom, yes. Animal Kingdom, no. No shine at all. And they're trying to pick the least crowded of those three choices that are left, because Magic Kingdom is usually always pretty crowded. It's the place everybody goes with their kids. So I get that. But Epcot is vastly bigger and hold vastly more people.
And isn't Food and Wine Festival starting that day?
Yes. Yeah. But
so
they don't want to send too many people there.
Right.
So we're sending some people over there. Yeah. Talk about D23. I have a fan club on Facebook that I run. D23 Expo 2019, I think is the name of it if you want to go look. But I had to turn off posting because everybody was typing the same post. How do I activate my ticket? And I can't get any of the passes. So I'm like, 214 of the same thing? No. Sorry. I'm turning it off. I'll turn it back on Friday when it starts up, and then you can all post your good stuff. But until then, I don't want to hear about your ticket or your activation or your pass problems.
Well, I mean, everybody thinks that it's an official D23 site.
I've now marked it. This is not an official D23 site.
Right.
Yeah. It's in the comments. It's in the description, yada, yada.
Right.
Yep.
On a side note, let me ask you this question.
Sure.
News broke earlier today that Disney Plus is not going to be available on Amazon Plus or on the Amazon Fire Stick. What are your thoughts on that?
Really?
Yeah, did you hear about this?
No. But here's the thing. Amazon is very wonky. YouTube just got on there. I mean, come on. So Amazon has got to lighten up, Francis. Apple TV was kind of the same way, but they've now they've lightened up to say, all right, listen, people want this content, and we can't tell everybody no. No, you can't have your app. No, you can't have your app. No, you can't.
Right.
You got to let other people on your platform. That's how you get people to use it.
Right.
So, it's just stupid.
The reason that I think it's so funny is because Hulu's already on that site.
Yeah, exactly.
It already runs Hulu. Why are you disqualifying it?
Right.
Unless I can go through the Hulu app to get Disney Plus, but I don't think that's how that's going to work.
I don't think that's how. So I'm going to have to turn on my Apple TV because I'm sure it'll be allowed on Apple TV. I have to turn on my Apple TV to get my Disney Plus experience.
I made a concerted effort to go with Amazon Fire Stick because I was going to start putting Amazon stuff in my house.
Yeah.
And then now Disney Plus is saying they're not going to. Well, what in the hell, man?
Give them 3 to 6 months. It'll be on there. Trust me. They're just doing their dance with Amazon because Amazon's a bunch of whack jobs.
Well, they announced it today, and we're
3
months out.
Yeah.
That'll give the people who have
give them
Amazon
time
Fire
to
Sticks
enough
time to light their pitchforks on fire.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing we want to talk about is that Primeval World over at Animal Kingdom.
Hey, go to the Animal Kingdom. By the way, Primeval's closed.
Yeah, Primeval World's closed. So several months ago, the Walt Disney World Resort released an advisory informing that guests at Primeval World would be closed until further notice to unspecified technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
It broke too many backs.
Yep.
However, Disney assured guests that this ride would reopen in July, and it didn't. But Disney said that the closure was being addressed and the attraction would open in September. However, the Fast Pass Plus reservation system for this attraction in September and October is reporting that the reservations are being canceled, casting doubt on the idea that the ride will open this fall. So the closure on this is strange because you don't really know what's happening.
Right.
I've got a theory.
Yeah.
Or why it closed in the first place. However, with the unexpected closure being extended again and again and again, people are starting to wonder if the attraction will ever reopen, which I'm fine if it doesn't. Or if whatever issue that caused its closure to take place in the first place is too big to be fixed at this point.
Right.
So before you launch, there's two things specifically I want to address.
Okay.
The first obvious one is now this is two major attractions that are broken in this theme park. Primeval World probably did some damage to a worker or a guest.
Yes, it did.
And the Yeti is still broken.
Yes.
Well, John, the Yeti doesn't affect the ride. Yeah, it does. It does affect the ride experience.
Yeah.
But, most of you weren't around when they were advertising how great that Yeti attraction is going to be. But now this is two attractions that are down. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. The second thing is this a precursor to they're going to change something and they're prepping it for the 50th?
Yeah. That's my guess. That's
That's
one
nice.
guess. And number two guess is you mentioned one of the workers getting hurt. I think somebody was killed there. I actually think somebody was hurt and then killed. So I have a suspicion that they're having a tough time passing their OSHA certification, that they can't get OSHA to sign off and say that this is a safe ride that can be worked on. So those are my two guesses. It's something to do with the 50th, and they're like, hey, listen, if we can't get this certification passed, you know what? Let's just leave it down. We'll figure out what it's going to be for the 50th, and then just flip it over to that.
Right.
And then just call it closed until, they can do whatever they got to do.
What's the Triceratops spin?
Yeah.
They should close both of those down and put something else up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could put something else there that would be just as great.
Yeah, there was that rumor of Indiana Jones Land.
Yeah, I thought that would have been amazing. I think Dinosaur, the attraction is still great. I think the preload area up until some of the movie part, I think is. Now, our buddy who was at breakfast with us the other day, not David, but the other. No, Andrew?
Yeah. Andrew?
That's his favorite ride. Not Andrew.
Really?
Who's the guy that sat on across from Dave? James. Not our buddy James.
Oh, Edward.
Edward. That's it. I knew it was like one of those
four people
names. Sorry. I can't remember names, man. I'm great with faces. That's one of his favorite rides, if not his favorite ride. So I've talked to him about it at great length. I understand the appeal of it, but it's dated.
Yeah. And here's the other kind of thing to think about too. Disney typically, if they're going to, if let's say somebody said, all right, let's turn that into Indiana Jones Land. Typically, Disney will not. It's not their typical thing to do, to completely tear down an attraction and then rebuild something in its place. Kind of like what they did out in California Adventure with all the things that they were turning into Pixar things. They didn't tear them down. They reimagineered them into something. So the question you have to ask yourself is that can that be turned into something Indiana Jones themed ish? Well,
I mean, it's not like they have an attraction that has the same exact ride course and the same exact ride vehicle.
Right. I mean, we know Dinosaur can be flipped. That's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've got the they've got the dino hunt thing that can be used as an excavation thing. I think that Disney could do a lot of things with it, and I would prefer to see an Indiana Jones thing as opposed to the dino world. But kids dig dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, the other item is another refurbishment problem. Astro Orbiter extended their unplanned refurbishment over at the Magic Kingdom, which has been closed since July, and now had a tentative reopening date of August, will now be closed through September 19th of 2019, reopening to the guests on September 20th. Now, this attraction is great. The kids love it, but the problem with this attraction is capacity. It's first getting everybody to the platform, getting them on the ride, getting them off the ride, and then back off the platform. That's the problem with this attraction. It's great in 1955 when they built it at Disneyland, and in 1971 when they built it at Walt Disney World.
Right.
But for 2019, the capacity on this is horrible.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's so much easier, especially in Disneyland, because you're not having to go up an elevator or escalator.
Yeah.
You just walk right on.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting. My guess is, if this doesn't open on the September 20th, put this on the list of things to be redone for the 50th.
Yeah, probably. And then finally, here's something that we have talked about time after time after time after time. And Disney heard us and said, so we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
There's going to be wandering characters at Disney resorts.
Yeah.
So Disney's bringing back, Disney's bringing back, the idea of wandering characters. Mm-hmm. But this fall they're doing a trial run, and they're doing it at the hiccups. They're doing it at resort hotels.
Right.
So, they're going to be doing random guest meet and greets, and like if you're at the Grand Floridian, you've got the Mad Hatter is going to be there. I think Alice is there as well. I think Mary Poppins is there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, they're resort specific. I know that Lilo and Stitch are going to be at the Polynesian, so it's that kind of thing. Which I think is great, and I believe that if they did it at all the resorts, I think people would have a much more exciting Disney vacation.
Absolutely.
And I think it would alleviate a little bit of the park stress.
Yeah. Yep.
Because people would want to hang out in the resort a little bit on the chance that they could meet and greet their favorite characters.
That's right. Yeah. So I saw a couple pictures on Facebook, and this is just that. There's no line. It's just a character, pops open the door and then just walks around the lobby, and was just talking to guests, taking pictures and hugging kids and doing all that fun stuff. So I think this is a awesome addition, but once again, let the value resorts enjoy some of this too. Why are you just keeping it to the curmudgeon deluxe people? I
know.
Spread the love.
Yeah, and I think that those value resorts are the ones that need it the most.
Yeah.
But I mean, Disney has proven, albeit at other resorts, like at the Ravello Character Breakfast we were at last weekend, at the Lake Buena Vista Palace, they do a character breakfast. It could be done. You can have characters walk around and not be mobbed.
Yeah.
You just have to be real, character just can't stop.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Walt used to talk about.
Right.
He couldn't stop moving. He had to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Or else he's going to get mobbed. So
right.
I love this idea. I agree with you. I think the value resorts need some love.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some thoughts.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
I say bring more characters out.
That's right. So that is our Extra Magic Hour show for today. Stay tuned. Later on in the week, we're going to have the Extra Magic Hour show. We're going to be talking about mm, 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 the Disney smells. Yep, it's that time again.
Did you do that?
We talked about it. We talked about it several years ago, and then at the very beginning of our run, we talked about it. So I guess it's the 3rd or 4th year rotation. So now we're talking about the Disney smells, and we're going to do it.
Disney
with,
shower,
with
man. Come on, you stink.
Oh my God, yeah, jeez, not that kind of Disney smell.
Disney, can you wear some deodorant?
Yeah, we're going to talk about some other Disney smells, and I have a funny story about that actually from this week. So we look forward to seeing you guys over there. Thanks so much for being a Patreon. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate when you guys check us out. Also, we have done some work. We've got the link working now properly. So if you would like to watch the show, you could do that over on YouTube. I think I will try to
the replay of the show.
Correct. Watch the replay of the show. I'll also try to put the link here, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I'll try. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll do my best. But you could definitely watch them over on our private playlist on our YouTube page, so you can at least see us be goofy together. Or you can continue listening, and we appreciate that. So thanks a lot, guys. And like we always say, if we don't see you online, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.